Hey!
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 What it do, Heyyyy Nation?
As you guys can see for the title of this video,
We are talking everything vaccine related.
gang gang. So yeah, guys, as you know, we've been living with COVID for what? Is it 2 years now?
Yeah, roughly 2 years.
Yeah,
roughly 2 years.
and vaccines. We're not gonna talk about if you should get it or not.
That's not our place to tell you, no?
Yeah.
We are basically just gonna tell you about our personal experiences with the vaccine, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah. Take it away.
So, what were your thoughts? Did you really want to get it?
Like for me, right? I didn't overthink it. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I mean, like,
If I
you,
die, I die.
yeah, basically, you know, because like people have their own conspiracy theories, people have their own reasons. People think, hey man, it's a tracking chip, it's whatever, you know. But for me, it's like, look, this thing is actually gonna allow me to move around more freely.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna explain that more, like why.
yeah. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be left out. You know, like here, Palesa's traveling. Me one. I'm chilling in Korea alone. I'm like, nah, bro. I didn't want to be left behind, you know?
Yeah, and it was actually it's optional for teachers. I guess for everyone. So
everyone.
even in Korea, it wasn't mandatory. It was a choice. And yeah, so we're just gonna talk about our experiences, our side effects, etc., etc.
Yeah, because I think one of the other worries we had when we heard that vaccines are coming through is us as foreigners.
Yes.
Are we gonna get them?
That was a big worry.
Yeah. You know?
Big. Like, are they gonna vaccinate Koreans first?
And then with the leftovers, they're
foreigners.
like, okay, guys, we've got 10. We need 10 of you, you know? But luckily, they're like, nah, whether you're a foreigner, Korean citizen, if you want the jab, you can get the jab.
Yeah, but we got it first, teachers, because
Yeah.
we do work with kids. So if I'm not safe and I see I have over 1,000 students in all my schools. So what?
That's a lot.
How many students do you have?
Less than 1,000. Less than 1,000.
Yeah, but I mean you bump into even
No, that I understand, because obviously also it's two different cities. You have bigger schools this side.
No. I mean even kindergartens. You don't
Okay.
teach,
I
but
forgot about
you
them.
use the same elevators.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, we come across and buses, anyways, but mostly was that teachers needed to be safe, because as a teacher you handle at least 30 students in your class, and for us foreigners or foreign teachers, native teachers, we go to each and every class.
We were super happy to hear that, hey man, we also qualify, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's free.
Yeah.
So just gonna touch on the process of it all. I know back home you register yourself for the whole vaccine and stuff, right? But this side, you can if you know Korean.
Or if you're
You know
willing
what I'm
to do 10 screenshots, because
Yeah,
every screenshot you must
You must translate everything.
Yeah, so our teachers were very helpful, co-teachers, that we all have a handler, someone who helps you with anything that you want, presumably or assuming in your working hours. But I mean, sometimes I do call
Outside,
hey,
even on weekends.
please
you know
help
what
me, I'm
saying?
stuck, But yeah, you're supposed to just stick to the working hours. And they did book the thing for us, and then we had the dates that we're going to. All the teachers were getting Pfizer, and then so Korea separated different vaccines for different age groups. So we heard that teachers are getting Pfizer. My dad in South Africa, he's over 60, he got Pfizer, so I was very comfortable being like, "Alright, cool. If I die, he dies." jokes. Yeah, but it was comforting that we're getting the same vaccine, because the Johnson & Johnson in South Africa had been getting bad reviews. But anyways, even if they were giving it to me, because I didn't read the conspiracy theories. I just saw different memes. But yeah, that was basically the booking part of it.
And then when you actually go, obviously you're gonna walk up, get inside the clinic, or wherever you booked and stuff. So the nice thing is you can you can choose where. Okay,
where
the clinic,
you want
the
to
hospital,
get it.
and stuff, right? So it was quite convenient for us that up the road from her place, there was actually a clinic.
Yeah.
So we're like, look, for this duration, we're gonna be together. So let's just do it here. Got there, filled in some forms, the usual paperwork, and then they just confirmed with us that, look, this is Pfizer.
Yeah.
Sharp. And then we went in. Doctor spoke English.
Yeah.
Man, like I was already preparing to like type, but he was just spoke English, cool guy. And yeah, got the injection. It's like a normal injection, honestly. Like, if you're afraid of needles,
yeah, it was pretty simple.
Yeah, and then
after that whole question, they asked if you probably didn't ask.
Nah, he did. He's like, oh, you pregnant? Of course not, right? I'm like, yeah. So like he made a joke. I was like, damn, man.
Yeah, I don't know how that affects.
Yeah, we didn't go into detail about that.
I don't know if you don't vaccinate if you're pregnant or they give you a different shot. I don't know, but we did that whole thing. Then we had to wait for 15 minutes.
20 minutes after getting the jab, so that they could monitor how you feeling. Like if you had a headache or a fever, like within that time period, I think they were gonna admit you or something. But we were cool.
And he also told us possible symptoms. You know, so I was kind of like low-key expecting everything. And then we got to the house, we're fine. I guess when we were walking down, you were saying you were lightheaded.
Yeah, like I felt lightheaded when we were walking. A bit of nausea. My mouth, like I could taste some funny stuff. Well, she thought I was being dramatic because she was fine. And dude, like I'm a professional patient, so I know my symptoms.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think a headache, nausea kicked in. I was okay. It was basically like on and off. I'll be fine. And then like it kicks in again. I don't know how.
I was fine. 0 symptoms, 0 everything. And we're sitting on the bed, and then next thing I was just upside down. Like I really thought I was gonna die.
Like people who don't get sick, nah, and then they actually get sick for the first time.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a movie.
Yeah, no.
I saw a movie.
It was nausea. I didn't know if I was coming or going. My brain was disoriented. Like I was just angazi. I don't know what was happening. I felt like I needed to puke, but there was nothing that could come out. My arm, I guess, was now painful.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't know, guys. I still don't know how to explain that feeling, but I genuinely felt like, well, goodbye.
Yeah. I'm just a pawn in this.
But so yeah, I was really sick, and Thendo took care of me. He bought food, and he's like, eat. I didn't want to eat.
Dog, you should listen to professional patients. People who've been sick their whole lives.
Yeah.
I know. I knew what I was talking about.
Like hours later, I eventually got better, and the next day I was fine. So that was like the worst 4 hours of my life. I don't know what was happening. Like really, I just thought, and because he was fine, I was like having conspiracy theories. Like I felt like they were trying to end like feminism and like strong women, which now we must all think down, because how am I dying and you just fine? Like Thendo was fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I've had those symptoms like all my life. I know what nausea feels like. I've suffered from like bad headache, so it was like a young tickle. You know what I'm saying? Just a little tickle. But it was hectic. I won't lie. I'm not gonna downplay it. My symptoms, they were painful, but after a while, like, you become better, Yeah. And yeah.
Then the second shot,
we didn't have to book this one, right?
Yeah.
Automatically after like your first one, on the system it tells you like you need to come back on this day at this time. Again, you can go back to the same spot. I changed because it would have meant I had to travel all the way from my neighborhood to her neighborhood. That's an hour plus. So the same clinic we went to, there's another franchise in my neighborhood, like 5-minute walk. So I was like, nah, cool. I'll go here. Same thing. Fill in some forms. Doctor just like asked you like, have you had COVID before?
How was the symptoms? How were your symptoms before? Like during your
Did you have any? All of those type of questions, you know. And
same process.
Formalities. Jab.
And then what was it? The symptoms. The second time around. So I started going back to like working out, exercising on the Monday after I had stopped for a while. So my body was still painful from the new, when you still go back into exercising. And then I got, I had muscle pain, like my whole body. Like I remember I couldn't move. I couldn't even go to the toilet. Like I was genuinely, muscle pain was just it. So that was my second, I would say my worst symptom. And it went on for hours, like I want to say 4 or 5 hours just in bed. The worst. But
sheesh, man, like that's hectic. I mean, like,
I'd still say it's better than the first shot for me.
For you, I mean, like, yeah, cause like fine, I think now you basically like kind of knew what to expect. But this time around, like I didn't have like hectic nausea. Like I just had a very bad headache.
Yeah.
And I took pain meds. They didn't do anything. I tried to sleep, didn't do anything. Tried to eat, because like usually I'm like, let me eat, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I still woke up with that headache, and I think like that headache only cleared up after like 12.
Yeah.
So I mean like both jabs, symptoms came by. I didn't think I was dying at any point. Like some people who shall not be named. But hey. But that was my experience with the vaccine, and I know people are still scared, but each to its own. Each to his own, man. Like if you want to get it, cool. If you don't want to get it, cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care what you do to your own body. Like it's literally your decision.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't necessarily have that right to be judging those ones
who get it
who
or
haven't.
Who don't.
Yeah, like dude, do you?
I feel like.
Yo, man.
Do you? And then like, how has life changed now that we have vaccines? Well, in Korea, so before then it was like one person, one-on-one, 2 people can only eat dinner and stuff. But now that people are vaccinating, then they'll say like, for us now there's 2 of us that have vaccinated, we can have 2 other people that are either vaccinated or not.
Yeah.
So there's those type of benefits where maybe 4 people are vaccinated, fully vaccinated.
Y'all can sit together and stuff.
8. So there's those type of benefits. And how do they check?
So like on our phones, I have this whole COVID folder, right? So this first one over here, this is where like every morning you have to log in.
Yeah.
Right? So like you put in your password, you log in.
You answer 3 questions.
Yeah, you answer 3 questions.
Do you have symptoms? Is someone in your presence that is waiting for the test? And the other one. Always say no, and then so school teachers, we have to do it every single day. If not, the school will call you to be like, please do it.
So basically every time you do this part, it gets submitted to the school nurse. Right? And then the other one that we have is this one,
which is a Jeju app actually, and it screens the QR code, which you can find everywhere. So
it's basically you checking in to say that you were at this
everywhere,
place,
like every taxi, every
shop, restaurant,
so
whatever.
If there is a COVID case, actually it happened to us
at E-Mart.
We went to buy groceries there, and there was a case, and we were in the time frame, so we had to go test. So I guess it helps them track, and they're very strict about it. Like you cannot go in without doing it, which makes sense, and it makes tracking easy. Every restaurant, literally everywhere. So like
if you don't have the app, right, you have to write down your name, what city you stay at, your phone number. So like
this app is better because it has your information.
And then you have this third one where it's basically your certificate.
This is how you prove
that
you're fully vaccinated, because like you have different ones. Number 1 is for your first shot, and number 2
it's just to say like it's complete. So that's basically what life with COVID is now like, you know, where we legit have folders dedicated solely to COVID.
Yeah, the sad thing is that this 2 weeks quarantine is still not lifted in South Korea, so we cannot go home. Well, we can go home, but coming back to quarantine is the issue, because we have like 26 vacation days, which we've already used, like some in summer. So you probably have like 18 days left, and you have to quarantine for 14
days.
It doesn't help going to South Africa for 4 days after not going for 3 years.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. But like, yeah, man, we are just hopeful that, you know, restrictions will eventually get lifted, you know. So. But until then, this is life, you know, and we are dealing with it the best way that we can. I mean, I'm happy, she's happy, right? She's happy, and yeah, man, like we're just moving on. Yeah, we're just going. We'll see, like, so we're not family, but I'm curious to know, like, to people, Heyyyy Nation, people that watch this channel, are you vaccinated? Do you have 1 shot? Do you have 2 shots? What vaccine do you have? What were your side effects? If you're not vaccinated, why? Like, why? No judgment. No judgment, bro. Like, we're just asking, like, just you know, like, just curious, like, you know, just humorous. Yeah. But we really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, you know. Yeah, it's just our experience with the vaccine, and thank you so much for the engagement and everything that you say. If we see it, you know, we try to respond to everything. And thank you to 1K. What's the road next? 2K or 1.5? 1.5 in line. Road to 10K. Oh, I can't. But like, yeah, man, road to 2K. 2K. So like, basically, to the new subscribers, welcome to the nation, and to, like, you know, our current citizens of the Heyyyy Nation, we see you, and like, we really appreciate the support more than you'll ever know. So I think that's the end of this informative video. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.